Story 1. The Hitchhiker on Highway 101. It was 2022, and I was living in Oakland at the time. That weekend, I'd driven up to Eureka to visit my parents. If you've never driven Highway 101 along the Northern California coast, it's a dream during the day, but a total nightmare at night. You're looking at long, empty stretches with zero cell service and almost no light. It's ominous. I left my parents' place around 8 p.m. on Sunday. In hindsight, it was a stupid move. I should have stayed the night and driven back Monday morning. But I had an early shift and figured I'd just knock it out. Famous last words. 2 hours in, the road narrowed to a 2-lane highway. Somewhere around Trinidad, the fog rolled in. Now, coastal fog is normal, but this was different. Within 5 minutes, visibility dropped from clear to barely 20 feet. It was thick, heavy, and disorienting. I slowed down to 35 miles per hour and kept crawling. The smart thing would have been to pull over, but there's nowhere to stop out there, and I just wanted to be home. Thick fog messes with your sense of space. You lose your landmarks. You can't tell how far you've gone. After about 30 minutes of this, I saw a figure on the shoulder. It was just a shape at first, but as I got closer, I saw a tall man standing perfectly still, facing the road. He wasn't waving for a lift or looking at a phone. He was just standing. As I passed, I slowed down, terrified I'd clip him. He didn't even turn his head to watch me go by. It was bone-chilling. My logical brain tried to tell me his car had broken down, but I hadn't passed any other vehicles. I thought about turning around, but a gut instinct told me to keep driving. 10 minutes later, I saw him again. I'm not exaggerating. It was the same build, the same dark clothes, the same stance. The only difference was that now he was on the left side of the road. I actually yelled, "What the hell?" out loud. There were no cross streets or shortcuts. It was physically impossible for him to have gotten ahead of me. This time, as I passed, his head snapped toward me. He locked eyes with my car. I slammed on the gas, pushing 45 miles per hour despite the fog. I needed distance, but the fog only got thicker until I couldn't even see the center line. I was forced to slow back down, my heart hammering against my ribs. 3 minutes later, my headlights hit something in the middle of the road. A person. I screeched to a halt. He was wearing a hood now, obscuring his face, but I knew it was him. He stood there, blocking my path. I flashed my brights, screaming for him to move, but he didn't flinch. I threw the car into reverse, looked in the rearview mirror, and nearly died. There was someone behind me, creeping toward the trunk. I was boxed in. Total survival mode kicked in. I floored it, swerving into the opposite lane to bypass the man in front. Just as I thought I was clear, a violent thud rocked the car. It wasn't a tap. It was a metal-on-metal crunch that jolted the whole back end to the right. I didn't stop. I drove until the fog finally broke at the 101 interchange. Once I hit the lights of the city, I tried to convince myself I'd hallucinated the whole thing from exhaustion. But when I got home and walked to the back of my car, my heart sank. The rear bumper was destroyed. A massive, deep dent ran across the entire width. There was no paint transfer, no sign of another car, just raw, crushed metal. I told myself for years I must have hit a guardrail while panicking. But deep down, I know. You don't hallucinate a person and then accidentally feel a physical impact at the exact same moment. Something was out there,